Hello, I'm Dorothy Rosen, and I'm a Canadian goldsmith, and today I'm on the other end of the country. I'm coming to you today from Vancouver. I'm in West Vancouver. I'm here for the Harmony Arts Festival, and it's early here and everybody's sleeping because it's Sunday morning, which is why I'm a little quiet. And I forgot to bring the plug for my headset, for my microphone. So I hope you can hear me okay. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about what it was like to fly in these early stages of the country reopening. And also I wanted to tell you a little bit about what it's like to set up a show in a place as far away as the whole other end of the country. Thing to do not disturb. So let's start by talking about, first of all, I'm in the beautiful garden of my Airbnb hosts, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them later on. So what was it like to fly in this day and age? A lot of people were expressing excitement about the fact that I was going to be traveling again, and honestly, I was a little trepidatious. I was quite worried because I've been living pretty much in my studio and leaving the house in the studio very little. So being at an airport was strange. In Halifax, we have, oh, good morning. Good morning. People are saying good morning. Good morning. Good noon in Nova Scotia. Almost everything is closed down at the airport still. There was one vendor open. Everything else was closed. Only the booster juice was open, which is nice because I like healthy things, as you know, and not everything there is healthy by any means, but I had a nice juice before I went on my way. All travelers are wearing masks, whether they're waiting or on the plane. Everybody's required to wear masks at all times unless they're actively consuming food or drink. And the service is very much reduced on the airplane itself, which basically means you're getting a bottled water and you can order one of the bistro meals, but that's it in terms of service, which is good to know. If you're gonna travel, bring a snack, that would be my recommendation. Don't count on the oh, mosquitoes. Don't count on the airplane meal. And when I arrived in Toronto, it was a lot busier, but still not nearly as busy as Toronto normally would be. And that was a little bit soothing for me because honestly, this has been the most people I've been around in a really long time, and it was a little overwhelming. But in any case, the plane from Toronto to Vancouver is a very large plane. It took a long time to load everybody safely. By the way, you do have your temperature taken before you even enter the airport. But nobody asked me for a test, which I had taken, and nobody asked me for my vaccine records, which I had brought with me. So that's also interesting to know. And so that's pretty much it. It's just bring your own snacks and even water. I'm a firm believer in drinking lots of water while flying, and there was no way I was going to get enough water from the flight attendants. It was very cute. There was one flight attendant who, it was her last flight after 35 years of flying, being a flight attendant, and that was very sweet. She was really being celebrated, and the whole plane was part of that celebration. And I think during this time we're all more interested in being parts of celebrations, so that was really delightful. And even when we landed, there were people, her colleagues I guess, on the ground at the baggage carousel, welcoming her with balloons and celebrations. Very, very sweet. It really showed me how everybody's kind of coming together at this time. So that's a little bit about flying during these early days. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is answering some of the questions that people have about what it's like for me to do a show across the country. And I've had several questions about this. So the way I do this is I own 5 of these beautiful wooden glass display cases, and 2 of them are in my studio in Halifax, and 3 of them are in storage in Vancouver, in Richmond actually. And the guy who runs the storage is a Nova Scotian. His name is Jerry, and he's awesome. He's just such a sweet guy, true maritimer. I contact him, and he will drop off the crates for me, as he did in this case again. For both of the shows I do here in Vancouver, he will drop off crates, and these are 3 crates. I think I have pictures of them. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't take one, but there's this one that I had posted on Instagram. So this is how I arrive at the booth, and it looks like this. And these crates are, wow, the mosquitoes are out. The crates are very tightly packed, obviously, and it is, kind of looks like, hang on, like this. So you can see at the bottom here, the legs of the display cases, and lying down is the back, and then it takes a lot of screws and different tools to put that all together. Let's see, I'm gonna leave it there. That is what happens, and it takes me about for the outdoor shows where I don't have to set up the back walls, because I have the whole of the big crate for the back walls that I use at the indoor shows. To set up the booth takes me about, let's see, I arrived there around 9 in the morning to start setting up, and the show started at 3 and I barely made it. So it takes a long time. First to set up the display cases, and then also, of course, I have jewelry I bring with me, which needs to be displayed, and that again takes a little bit of time. So it takes a little bit of time, but if you've ever ordered something from me, you know that I care about what things look like all the way through, and so it matters to me what my display cases look like. So I don't mind spending the extra time making things look nice. You know, I pay attention to making the work, so I may as well display it nice. So that's what happens there, and then actually on I'm getting love here from Craft Nova Scotia, who joined, and they know so well about this. They've set up and taken down so many shows. Yeah. So that's what happens, and then every day in the evening I take, of course, all my jewelry with me. I have to take everything down and bring it with me, and in the morning I bring it back and set it up again, because of course I can't leave it out. I can't leave it there, because if anything were to happen, that would be the end of my career. So, not happening. So I'm very vigilant about that. And during the show, I have here in Vancouver now really quite a following, which is so delightful. And many of you mentioned that you watch my lives. And it's so delightful to know that people really care, and a lot of people commented on my newsletter how much they enjoy it, and thank you for reading it. And some expressed concern about my daughter. She's okay. She's doing much better. So I really appreciate being able to see people in person again. It's been wonderful to connect with my collectors here, and meet new people, and some people have never seen my work, and a lot of people have seen it over the years, and they're delighted that I'm coming back. And so it's a very mutual appreciation situation, which is just so great. So I see Carolyn's watching too. Thank you for coming and introducing me to your son, Carson, and of course Kirk. Thanks for coming. So it's been really wonderful, and some people come and show me their rings that I made for them years ago, and they just come to check in and they stretch their hands out and say hey. So it's really delightful. So there are 2 more days to the Harmony Arts Festival. Today we start at noon Vancouver time, which is in 4 hours, and so today and tomorrow we'll start at noon and go until 9 p.m. So it's going to be a very late night for me on Monday. Takedown will be very late because normally the show ends at 5, which gets me finished around 11 or so. So you can do the math. And then I'll be back in the studio because I have several commissions to finish for folks, and I'm excited about that. So I have to tell you one more thing and show you this picture. My Airbnb host is a avid salmon fisherman, and I gotta find this picture. And the other morning I got up at 8 a.m. and this was in the kitchen. He had caught these fish at dawn that morning. I guess that was yesterday. Yeah, days are long. It's just so incredible. How incredible is that? These beautiful, beautiful salmon. So it's a very sweet family that I'm staying with here. And I really appreciate meeting people. That's part of why I travel Airbnb. And I'm in this beautiful garden. Look at this. And there's all kinds of veggies that they're growing. I don't know if I can show you. They have these huge zucchinis in the kitchen. It's just great. I love sharing, and I love being with people. So yes, there's a mention here of Craft Nova Scotia. They do have several pop-ups, and please support your local artisans. Please go to the pop-ups where they happen, wherever you live. The artisans are really, have really been struggling, all of us, and they need your support. So if you see a craft pop-up anywhere, please go and support your artisans. Okay, I'm gonna get ready for my day. Thanks for being here, and have a good one. Bye.